best joke of the night. Having me come up to that shit. Are you serious right now? Put it back on. I have that CD actually. Hi! I'm Josh Lebeck. I do have some shit coming up next week. I'll tell you about it at the end if I do well, because I don't know if you guys want to see me again. Sorry, I gotta be loud because there's a lot of talking in the back, so I'm gonna try to keep it booming. How's everyone doing tonight? Good? Yeah! That's enough. I knew you were good. I've been watching the whole time. It was funny, Anton mentioned having sex after you eat Taco Bell. Of all the people I share this stage with every Thursday, I never thought in a million years I would write the same joke as Anton Knight. I actually wrote a very similar joke. I talk about how Taco Bell is pretty much the anti-Viagra, if you're ever curious about it. Like, if you want to make sure you don't have sex that night, just eat Taco Bell for dinner. Because that's like, it's a triple threat. Like, it hits you physically, obviously, because you're just putting horrible shit in your body. But then it also hits you mentally, because with every bite, you're like, you sick fuck, what are you doing to yourself while you eat this? Like, she's never gonna want to sleep with you again. Why do you, it's just sour cream and bread, what are you doing? And then you see yourself eating it, and if that's the emotional toll, is you're like, I don't even love me right now, I don't know how. And she's like, you want to go to bed maybe a little bit early tonight? And you're like, no, I'm disgusting. You should know. You should cheat on me tonight. You could just keep cheating on me. I'm disgusting. But that's, I don't know. We were going to talk about, was it restrictions? I couldn't think of much with restrictions. I had a friend of mine try to convince me that he was pro-choice to a degree, but he said that there should be some restrictions set on abortion, which I thought was interesting, because he's like, well, no, I'm okay with it as long as it's like in cases of rape and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, but we can't make the law that. Like, you understand what goes into shit like that. Because if it's only legal in cases of rape, then women are gonna have to prove that they were raped, and there's like a trial, and like all this shit. There's a small percentage, like there's a short period of time when you can actually decide to get an abortion. You can't go through the paperwork to be like, no, I swear I was raped, I was drunk. That would cause a whole lot of shit. So it's like, you gotta go all or nothing on that. And I think it's fucking ridiculous when people think you should keep the baby in cases of rape. Like, that's what Rick Santorum believes. I don't know if you know who he is. If you don't, then you're so lucky, because he's a horrible person. Like, he's a shitty parody of Republicans. Like, he's a satire of scumbags, really. But he says, make the best of a bad situation, you should be required to keep the baby. I'm like, in so many words, you're saying that a woman should be legally required to maintain, pay for, and raise a baby that was forcefully planted in her by a psychopath. That is legitimately what he believes. I'm like, if that doesn't sound cuckoo pants to you, you're fucking retarded. Like, that's ridiculous. And they all believe that. I'm like, that's not the same. Like, if I kicked down your fence and I planted a tree in your yard and it blocked your bay window and it fucked up your really nice house, because they're all millionaires and they have really nice houses, you would want to dig up that tree. You'd be like, why'd you plant this here? And I'd be like, I wanted to put it there, and you have to let it stay there now because it's alive, it's living, and it's growing in your yard. You can't do anything about it. Ha! And they wouldn't say anything. I got the abortion joke out of the way early, so I'm going to try to bring it back. We'll see what I can do. Oh, fuck. We're going to talk about, but no, seriously, I had more to the abortion. I'm going to keep going with it. There we go. No, but if men could get pregnant, seriously, it wouldn't even be a discussion, and we all know that. If men could get pregnant, there'd be as many abortion clinics in Vegas as there are, like, tattoo shops and smoke shops. Like, there'd be an app for that. It'd be no question. Yeah. But that's just how I feel. Fame. We were supposed to talk about fame. I want to be famous so bad, and I don't know if, like, I do. I want to be famous so fucking bad, just so I can, like, buy shit for my friends and afford to not work at all. Like, I don't want to be super ridiculous famous, but I do want to have, like, followers and friends. I want to have people, like, stalking me through Kohl's, trying to remember my name, but they want to make sure that they talk to me before I leave. They're like, no, he's that fucking guy from that, I think he's on, like, Chelsea Lately or something. I don't know. I can't. Go get his autograph and see if we can read what he writes and see if we can remember. I swear to God, I follow him on Twitter or something. He's famous. That's how famous I want to be. Like, that's the perfect level for me. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But we'll see if it happens. I don't know. I'm doing okay so far, right? There we go. Just because I want to be famous because I fucking hate my job. we all hate our jobs for the most part, right? Except for 30% of us that are unemployed, if my guess is correct. I have a job that I drive to every morning, and I'm probably not the only person who thinks this, but you ever I got stuck in traffic the other day, and I was fucking thrilled. I was so happy there was a traffic jam on 15. Because I was like, I'm gonna miss the first 30 minutes of my shift and I have no control over it, so I'm just gonna take full advantage of this moment. I just cranked the radio, I was like, I can't help myself, I'm gonna be late to work. I might as well not be upset about this. But if you're driving to work, do you ever catch yourself really hoping you get into a car accident? And I just paid off my Jetta, so I don't want to wreck that shit, but I'm it's at the point where I'm I wish someone would just fucking T-bone me. Someone in a cat, I hope Chris Angel wrecks into me with his fucking Viper, because he can afford to cover the bills and the hospital. Nothing terrible, just bang me up a little bit, maybe put me in a coma for a few days so I get some fucking sleep. Just for the time off work and the sympathy, that would give me a lot of Twitter followers. Because they put on some charity comedy show here at Nacho Daddy for my hospital bills and stuff. It'd go great. There's usually a chair on stage, so I don't just squat like a retard to grab my beer. But I'm not excited about death. Is anyone here actually afraid of death? Definitely worried about it? You are? You're the only one here. That sucks, I'm sorry. I'm not so much afraid of death, I'm just trying to decide if I want to know when it's going to happen, if I want to be diagnosed with something and given a timeline so I can get shit done. Because that's why I got my wisdom teeth removed, is I knew I was quitting my job next week, so I was I gotta use the shit out of this insurance right now. And if I knew I was gonna die, I would probably want to get everything accomplished and do that. But I just know my luck. They'd be oh, you've got 6 months to live. And I'd be fuck, The Dark Knight Rises comes out July 20th. How are you gonna do that to me? That? Those are my priorities. That's what I do. I told this joke last week, but only half of you were here last week, and I actually added some more to it, so I'm going to continue. Did anyone here, you had Martin Luther King Jr. Day recently? Yeah. That was exciting, and then we got Black History Month coming up next month. I'm good. It's a race joke. I hope you're ready. I had a coworker tell me, dead serious, he just looked at me, he's I don't even know why that fucking guy got his own holiday. And I was okay, yeah, let's hear this explanation about Martin Luther. He's no, because he fucking, he didn't do anything that special, and I'm I am all ears right now. He's no, he was driving drunk, and he resisted arrest, and the cops did this, and I was that's Rodney King. Seriously? You think the guy that got pulled over in 91, whose trial inside of the LA riots, you think they gave him his own holiday? He was just on Celebrity Intervention with Dr. Drew. Really? Where were your parents? No! And this guy votes. How awesome is that? Great, right? No, it was the civil rights movement. Obviously, Martin Luther King Jr. was a great man. He did some really great things. One thing that bothers me about the modern times though is I keep hearing people say that the gay rights movement is the new civil rights movement. There's another comedian who says that he's heard that gay is the new black, and it's not. It's not. Because they're no, this is our time, we're getting our own rights. And I'm yeah, but we never segregated you. We didn't have the government with laws keeping you from your own sports leagues and shit. You didn't have to share, we share bathrooms and stuff all the time. And they didn't have to come out as black when they were comfortable with it. They didn't get to wait until the people around them were ready to handle the news. They were black and they couldn't do anything about it. And we never got to own gays. Which sucks. It does, because I want to own a gay so bad. Wouldn't that be awesome? It's not even a race thing anymore, because I wouldn't want to own a black gay, because they're so fucking shrill. I can't hang out with them 10 minutes. But just a Puerto Rican gay or something, or maybe half Latino. Just because they, your fucking house would be spotless, and it'd always smell great. And then you can just be hey Micah, I need you to clean the pool and iron whatever suit you think is gonna make my eyes pop today, because I've got a really hot date. And you're always good at that shit. You picked out my tie, and I need that right now. Alright, my name is Josh Levesque. If you like what you saw, I am doing a show Tuesday. It's Booyah's Killer Be Killed show, and then Wednesday at MVP's, and then every fucking Thursday here at Nacho Daddy. Please come.